dun 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 dun. Welcome to another This Day in History, where I tell you about things that happen on this day in history, whether you like it or not. You must like it because you're watching. So let's get into it. On this day in history, May 15th, 1911, the Standard Oil Company, headed by John D. Rockefeller, was ordered dissolved by the U.S. Supreme Court. The Supreme Court was like, hey, we don't allow trust to exist in this country anymore. Rockefeller was like, but we're just a Standard Oil Company. We're not doing nothing. We're just standard. We're standard. And the Supreme Court was like, well, you better standardly break that shit up. Like right now. Also this day in history, May 15th, 1918, the first airmail route was established in the United States between New York and Washington, D.C., with a brief stop in Philadelphia for some strange reason. I don't know, I guess to refuel or something. I don't know. But either way, seems a little reckless to be just throwing people's mail in the air and hoping that it gets to its destination. I mean, what? They used a plane? Oh, it was on a plane. Also this day in history, May 15, 1930, on a Boeing Air Transport flight between Oakland and Chicago. Well, Oakland and Chicago. Anyways, Ellen Church became the first air flight stewardess. And it was all by mistake because the guy she was sitting next to was like, hey, can you please give me some water, please? And she was like, what do I look like? Your fucking servant? And he was just like, I'll give you $20. Please, just give me some water, please. And she was like, $20? Psh, bet. And she took that $20. And she took that $20 and brought that cup of water back. And when she landed, she was in the history books. So shout out to her. Also this day in history, May 15th, 1940, Nylon stockings went on sale for the first time in the United States. I like nylon stockings. They feel really nice. I may be wearing some right now, but you'll never know. Also this day in history, May 15th, 1972, Alabama Governor George Wallace was shot and crippled as he campaigned for the presidency. Somebody really did not want that man to run for president. Like for real, they shot him. Also this day in history, May 15th, 1988, the Soviet Union began to withdraw an estimated 115,000 troops from Afghanistan. Let me just run that by you one more time. 115,000 troops. Like that number could just be a small country by itself. What the hell were the Soviet Union doing in Afghanistan with that many troops? And dudes was just standing around bored like, not only are we bored, but there's no room to like move. We can't do anything. Like, your elbow is in my side, dude. Yeah, so they was relieved to go home, I think. Last but not least, on this day in history, May 15th, 1862, the USDA was created by an act of Congress. An act of Congress and an act that made farmers everywhere pissed because they had to follow regulations and shit when it came to growing things. No longer could they just grow like giant pumpkins and giant corn and, well, their land was no longer theirs really. And that's kind of sad. But hey, last but not least, let's have a birthday shout out today because on this day in history, George Lucas was born. The creator of Star Wars, everyone. And also, a giant douche. I mean, let's be real. He was kind of a douche. But hey, he gave us Star Wars, so if you give us something that cool and that's that epic, you get a douchebag pass. So, shout out to that man. And that wraps up this day in history. If you enjoyed that video, like it, subscribe to it, the channel that is, and tell your friends, tell your family, tell somebody, help me out, please. Okay? Help a brother out. Anyways, this day in history.